Any reflections from anyone? Faisal, do you want to come in at this stage? We talked about global. You were with BRAC Sierra Leone and Myanmar,
Yep,
and now
sure.
with,
So
yeah.
thank you. First of all, congratulations again, Scott. I already congratulated you. So many of you. We did have a joint launching with the Asia Foundation at San Francisco. Um, so to me, I think every time I hear people talking about BRAC, it's more like the book or reading Elephant and Few Blind People. So I don't think anyone has got any grasp of how the elephant actually looks like. But we all try to analyze from what we have experienced with BRAC. So I worked in, as Imran Bhai was saying, I worked in Bangladesh, Uganda, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Myanmar, and what we have learned is best to be opportunistic and pragmatic when it comes to talking about BRAC, especially when you're talking to the donor community, because we always have this idea of portraying BRAC as the best value for money organization. Um, and I think it has always been, to me, it has always been an organization that has been strict on its vision uh, and its in mission, but methodologies has always been flexible, depending on what kind of problem that you have in hand and what kind of problem that you're facing in a particular country or in a particular context. You want to be flexible and want to solve the problem. So it depends on the particular leadership of that particular project or the country to depend on what methodology it will take. So in that sense, I always thought BRAC has been always a platform of leaders uh, where capitalist, leftist, anyone come and actually don't have to adhere to a particular style of methodology as long as you can get things done. And Abed Bhai has created that environment. And when I first joined BRAC, I saw that quite visibly common among the top leadership. That's where I think my understanding of BRAC and what I still continue to promote what I've learned from BRAC, it can be summarized as realizing potential. I think that's, to me, is the most fundamental part of BRAC. So I'm that blind man from that elephant who only sees realizing potential. And to me, that has been the core of how I benefited working with BRAC, how my colleagues benefited from working with BRAC, and also, of course, the clients that we worked across the globe. So in that sense, Mishubai, I don't think that we do have a school of, we don't necessarily, I didn't see any school of thoughts. All I saw was a platform where people can come and realize their potential. Yeah, exactly. No, I understand. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, 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 of course, absolutely not. Thanks for that clarification. And back in the days also, as you were rightly pointing out, the dwelling in discomfort, for example, was not everyone's cup of tea. I don't think it's still not the cup of tea for everyone. So we are not talking about only creating soldiers. We are also talking about creating thinkers, and that's what BRAC has been also successful in doing. That's why we have universities, we have bank, and we don't only have microfinance programs. So there is a wide area of selection, wide area of leadership, wide area of doing things. Not always regimental. It depends on what the work that you have in hand. And final comment is that adapting to a climate is important, but at some point, I think historically again, BRAC also decided to dictate things rather than adapting and dominate, and that may not be a bad thing. When it comes to ultra poor program, you want to dictate, you want to dominate, you want to be in that space to make a huge difference rather than adapting to the idea that people are poor, people are. So that goes against the principle of being a human being and realizing our own potential again. So thank you very much.
Great.